All right, hey Exploding Espresso fans, Mike here, and with me I have Chad with Overland Attic, and I have Mike with Twain Trailers. Today I am in Nixa, Missouri. We drove up from Arkansas, a whole 2 hours. Nice road, by the way.
Yeah.
And I am picking up my own Twain trailer. So it's been almost a year, not quite, that I've been looking at these. We did a video with these guys last November, December. Had some great views on it, and Mike contacted me probably about 3 weeks ago, I suppose it's been. We started talking back and forth, and so we decided we would go ahead and do it. So I'm going to make it mine, but part of making it mine, what I did was called Chad with Overland Attic, and we put a Rome tent on top of it. So we had the Rome Vagabond XL.
That's right.
Right, with the annex, which will be kind of cool. So that was Lisa's request.
Yes, thank you.
So we have the ladder covered, but we'll have plenty of room inside of that for just the two of us, and maybe a dog, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna roll it out and we're gonna open that thing up. And Mike, thank you so much for all this and all that you guys are doing up here. We appreciate it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we are. So we're gonna set this thing up, get ready to open it up. There are 4 jacks on each corner of the trailer to get it off the tires and to level it up from where I can. So one of the first things I want to do to this is I'm going to mount a little level on a couple of sides on this so that I know when I set it up that I'll be level on the ground. We can have a nice level night sleep instead of... Okay, we're back over here with Chad. We're going to talk about the tent and the setup real quick. So kind of just real quickly what you did to set it up and get it mounted to the trailer.
Yeah, so this is the Rome Vagabond XL in the slate navy color combination, and this is a 4-person tent, basically a king-size bed, more or less. And they also opted to get the annex room underneath, so they could have a changing room, dog room, whatever you guys want to use that for. And we mounted that to the Twain trailer with these Alucab crossbars, and turned out real nice. And yeah, it was a fairly straightforward install. So yeah, that's all we did to it, and we can kind of show you how it all opens up and sets up now if you want.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay, cool. First thing you want to do is release these buckles all the way around. On the side there. Yep. Okay, good enough. And then next thing, I'll kind of just, if you want to do it, I'll just talk you through it.
Sure.
So next thing, undo the Velcro over here. And then take that zipper and run it all the way around. And if you want to do the corners as you get to them, you can, and fold them up. It just makes it a lot easier to get the zipper around the corner. Right.
Okay. No one laugh at me if I do something wrong, right? Okay. That'll be an outtake, I guess. Is that what they call that? I don't really do outtakes. I just throw them up there.
Oops. I never step while I'm doing it.
Okay, we are unzipped.
There you go. Okay, so unzipped, unbuckled. Next step, yeah, is to flip
it over.
And it's easier if kind of one person gets on each side. Just do it with one person. I'll help you out. Flip here, lift that corner over. All right. If we both.
I can walk on this. Mike's over there going, yes, walk it.
This way. Okay. Walk down here. And some people just like that hanging. There is a way to roll this up into these straps if you want, so you can roll it and then tie it. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. If you're going to install the annex, you have to remove the cover completely out of the back though. So yeah, guys, so we'll be using the annex on this probably 99% of the time. So it's just got a little track on here. This whole thing slides off, and then the back of the annex slides on, and then it'll zip to the bottom of the tent. There we go. Lock it out, make sure it's locked out. Okay, cool. So this is where we're opening up. Okay, now pull this all the way out so this is flat. And then get it to where it's about flat. Now you want to collapse all this ladder, because again, this is the support part.
So one other thing you want to do at this point, you would have already had the annex installed, but this is where you want to jack these up.
Right, trailer on the other.
Oh, okay, you want the high point of it? Yeah.
Yep.
Right there, that's where the corner of this support will rest, okay? So the easiest way I've found to do this is kind of find that point and come up in here and place each corner right about that area.
In the seam.
grab that like that, and as you do that, then you kind of reach up with one arm like this and pop it into place. You can do this with one person. It's much easier with two, though. So slide that onto that little part right there until it pushes all the way down. You have to wiggle it. There you go. You got it right there. Okay, so now it should support.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And then one benefit of the Twain trailer, this is great for rainy weather. But that ladder on every single rooftop tent is a boater. If you come over on this side, you have a nice wide area to stand. You can just go on this side over here.
Right.
So this is the rain fly. I never have mine on. But basically, it's a lot easier to get in the tent right here.
Sure. You just crawl that side.
Oh, nice.
So at this point, I just kind of like to walk around and make sure everything's kind of untucked where it needs to be untucked.
Right.
There's these little flaps over here. They kind of keep the wind from coming through to the tent. So they just Velcro on. I just rip them off and straighten them off.
Okay.
Like that. So I kind of go around the tent, do that. I fold down these corners. This is important here because if you don't fold this down on the ends, you can get rain. If it rains, rain will collect into here and kind of run down.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So you can flip these down.
Back over the corner.
Then you've got another door and window. You can use it as a door, you can use it as a window. Since you guys have the trailer and you can step up on the fender, you could use this as a door like Mike was saying. This is a mesh and a panel too. So then you have your skylights that we've already opened. This has the clear plastic over it as well as the bug screen. So if you wanted to, if it was a nice night and it wasn't going to rain, you could take the rain fly off and just have your ventilation up here in the top. So that's very nice.
At an angle going in. So to feed them in.
Yep, they go in this little slot right here. You have to slot it between here. Some people pull this up and do it. That's not the correct way to do it because then you have this, again, area where the rain can gather. So that's what the slit is for. And like Mike said, they are drilled at an angle. So open up the slit, install that in there. And you want to push it until you hear a positive stop.
Yeah. You don't want to.
If you don't and you bend it,
it'll fire on it.
it can really hurt somebody. So once you've got it inserted all the way, you can see how this angle is. You basically make sure it's down here all the way, grab this in, pull it towards you just far enough to get it into this eyelet right there, okay? You don't want to crank back on it real hard like that because you could break it down here.
Right.
So you want to do that for each one of these. You want to do that one, Mike?
Yeah. So alternatively, so there's like 2 layers of this. You can go in and you'll feel the first catch, but you have to sometimes pop it because there's a second, just the way it's drilled, there's like the way it's constructed, all of them. But you'll feel that first catch and you can reach it from the ground.
Okay, from this side, if you don't want to put the rods out, especially if you don't anticipate any rain, what you can do, roll this side up. Just kind of depends on how you want to open the window up. So that's your other option.
Perfect.
No rods or open the windows at all. So,
Right.
you know, if it's in the wintertime especially, if you want to save some time on setup, you can just leave all the windows closed up.
Right. Perfect. Okay.
We'll just make that clear. I won't be camping in the winter. Just
You'd be surprised.
Stay warm.
My best friend and his wife and 2 sons went to Yellowstone and they fell asleep in their tent. They woke up with 2 inches of ice all over the tent. They didn't even know it had iced overnight.
well,
They
that's
stayed warm
nice.
all night.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
They had 0-degree bags, but I mean, that's still not a -20 bag. That's just a
Right.
standard 0-degree bag. The thickness of the canvas on all of these tents does such a great job. There's not a whole lot of bleed through of the wind. So you stay warm, and especially if you batten down the hatches, like actually lock the windows down, which you can do with all of those, it actually starts getting steamy inside the tents. So
Oh, wow.
you have to have the windows open, otherwise you smog yourself out.
So I appreciate both you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And getting us set up. So right there like that, and we're just gonna crawl in the tent. And I'm here.
Okay, and you're gonna come out the other side?
So
You coming out this
come
way?
in, then we'll
That might be a little tricky.
Yep. We'll find the rung.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So 2 on the inside, 2 on the sides. 2 on every side. I'll keep this from moving. All the slips.
Lower it down. So, I guess on the trailer, it would be wise to lower the front and then the back, or back and the front.
Yeah, I would say so. Yep.
Okay, we did make it home, towing the Twain trailer, no issues whatsoever. Brutus did a great job. It didn't even know it was there as far as I was concerned. Gas mileage really wasn't any different than what we had experienced, which is kind of nice. Sorry, that's our dogs in the back. A couple things that we're going to do to the trailer. I'm going to take you inside and show you this real quick. Okay, so here we are at the back of the Jeep. One of the things that we did do after I got home, on the lock and roll hitch for the vehicle side of the Jeep, we had gotten the 2.5-inch drop hitch, and we noticed when we were getting gas that the trailer was kind of pointing downhill a little bit. So I went ahead and opted and ordered the straight hitch for this. Brutus has a 2.5-inch lift. And that being said, these are 29-inch wheels and tires on the trailer itself. So I will go with a little bit more aggressive tread later. It does have a mount on the tongue side that we can put one of the levelers on, just to get the trailer off the hitch. Then obviously, the 4 mounting points that we've already talked about before. One of the things I talked to Twain Trailers about, what we're going to do and what I've ordered, is a bar that will go from basically this point to the other tube, that will have mounting points on that as well, and then we have a storage place for the mounts. At this point, that would sit on the trailer, or I throw them in the back of the Jeep. So I like it a little bit better if I can put that mount across the front. That'll give a place for them to ride when we're going down the road and be out of the way. I have also ordered from Overland Attic to go in this front part of the trailer, a 160-liter Roam storage box, and it is waterproof and rainproof, so that will store some items in it, like our sleeping bags and things like that. Still working with Overland Attic on doing a slide out fridge for the back, and then also a slide out stove and sink for the back as well. And we'll probably add some more storage to it as we go along. But made it home, not a problem. Very happy with it, very happy with the way it towed. Like I said, you know, with the tent on top, and the profile is just about the same height as the Jeep. I'll see if I can walk around here towards the back, kind of flip this around a little bit, and you can see it's about the same height as the Jeep going down the road, so there's not a lot of air drag behind that either. So so far pretty happy with it. We're gonna make some things, do some things ourselves to make it our own trailer. So we will see you out on the road.